So hey guys, imagine waking up to a news that US military just flew into another country capital and grabbed the sitting president and flew him straight to the New York for trial. So sound like a movie, right? But this actually happened on January 3, 2026 to Venezuela's Nicolás Maduro. No joke. Today we are breaking down what went down, why it matters, and what's next. So stick around, this one is wild. So quick backstory. So Maduro has been in power since 2013, but the US has called him out for years. Back in 2020, they hit him with the serious charges. Narco-terrorism, shipping ton of cocaine to the US and the Europe through the group tied to his government, and they even slapped him a bounty on him. So it started at 15 million and bumped up to 50 million last year. So biggest ever wonder head of state. And so Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves, but under Maduro, the economy tanked. Hyperinflation, shortage, millions of fleeing. So Trump and the US said it's because of the corruption and the drug links, not just the bad luck. And in the disruptive 2024 election, where most of the world said it was a rig and tension was sky high, by late 2025, the US was already seizing Venezuela's oil tankers. Then boom, they go for the big move. So Operation Absolute Resolve kick off around 2 a.m. So local time on January 3. So explosion lit up Caracas. US force took out the air defense first with the precision strike. So then special ops team, I think like Delta Force or SEALs, plus FBI agent helicoptered in raided Maduro's compound at Fort Tuna. So reporters say his wife Cilia Flores was grabbed too, and along with some guards, some Cuban security guys reportedly got killed protecting him. So no US casualties, which Trump called a huge win. So they flew Maduro out on the warship, we called it USS Iwo Jima and Photo Leak. So then straight to New York. By January 5, he is in the court pleading not guilty to drug and the weapons charges. And he even said in court, I'm still in the president. So this is a kidnapping. And Venezuelan side claim around 80 dead and mostly military. So US says it was a clean, targeted law enforcement with military backup. This isn't just a drama south of the border. For Americans, it could cut drug flows coming north, and cocaine prices might even drop if route get hit hard. And plus, Trump talked about the US companies rebuilding the Venezuela's oil field. And if that happens, more cheap oil could flow to the US and Europe, and easing gap prices and energy worries. For Europeans, big question on the international law. So UN expert France and other called it violation of the Soviet unity. So you can't just raid another country to arrest their leaders, even with the charges. Sets a scary precedent. China and the Iran slam it too. So meanwhile, Venezuela's interim leader, Delcy Rodríguez, is in power now. So she is talking dialogue with the US. So release some political prisoners, but repression counties. So opposition folks like the Maria Corina and Mitt Trump and pushing for the real changes. So right now Maduro's locked up in the New York awaiting trial and could take years. So US sees more tankers since pressuring for the oil deals. And Trump first said the US would run the Venezuela temporarily but later backed off the just enforcing sanction. So if things stabilize, Venezuela could pump way more oil. So good for the global energy. But if it spark more chaos and backslash, so migration waves could hit Europe and the US again. So this show how drugs, oil and the power mix in 2026. So one bold or reckless depending on who you ask, so the can flip a whole country's future overnight. So justice against crime or overreach. So what do you think? Drop it in the comment, and if you learn something new, hit like and subscribe button for me, and see you in the next one.